Yo, welcome back, Nicholas, Adam. Right, before we get started, we're in what's going to be a little camera dropped, little hairdressing salon in the garden. Some few benches here with some mirrors for cutting hair, little hair dryer. We're going to do 8 spotlights. We're going to do a couple of sockets around the side. There's a little kitchen cabinet going here. Right, that's out of the way. Had an idea. So the idea is where we all know, well, a lot of you guys know, I bought the cable stripper machine. That actually cost me around about 320 quid from the top of my head. The video did really well and I actually made a return off YouTube ad revenue to date of around about £1,000, I think. I'll put it on the screen now. That's how much I made off the video, which is cool. So obviously I got the return back from buying it and then earned my money back from the day's wage or half a day's wage that we spent filming it and a little bit extra, which was nice. So I want to do a few more things like that. So if you guys can get 2,000 likes on this video, has to have 2,000 likes or more. I want you guys to drop some comments on some stuff that I can buy off Amazon or for any tools or cool little gadgets, obviously electrical related, so I can actually use it and show it off, that I can review for you guys that you want to see, but no one else there is really buying it or reviewing it. Drop it down below, and the comment with the most likes on below that you lot, I'm going to let you lot decide. I will purchase it, and we will stick it in a video. See how we get on with it, do an honest review. If I'm buying it, I can say whatever I want about it. So yeah, I'm going to start doing this a bit regularly, so let me know below what sort of cool little things that you want to see, materials or tools or stuff for the van or stuff like that. Let me know. Don't go stupid and go buy the brand new MacBook Air Pro modular thing that costs £4,000 and then throw it at Adam's head. Not interested.
Rather than buy the brand new Lamborghini, brand new Tesla. We're not all as rich as
call me Mr. Beast. So yeah, I want to start doing things like that. So it has to have 2,000 likes. Drop some comments below, and the most liked comment I will buy, and we will do a video on at some point. I've ordered the new laser.
Shoot me.
Why?
Look how high. I need to go like that much higher, but obviously I'm going to hit this.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to have to do the. Oh no, it won't work, will it?
Yeah, you just prop the bottom up. So I've actually bought from the last video. This is the old laser. I bought a new one. It's actually turning up currently to my house. But it's the 12-volt version where we can just plug in a battery into it because I'm sick of that one going flat, so we'll have a spare one now. Got the uni light up there, living the dream. That's the new one that's coming out of the lantern. Use code Bundy25 on uni light for 25% off discount. Links in the description below. Get off my monster. Yeah, so we're going to set the laser up. Very usual stuff what we're doing. Couple of sockets. I think 2 double sockets here. Doing a 6mm feed outlet up here for a maybe a shower. I don't think it is. We'd rather get the cable in now. We're having a little fuse box here, light switch, 8 down lights, simple as that. So we're going to get set up. I bought a 5mm bit for the SDS. We're going to use like the Optimax screw things that they've sent me. I'm going to have a go with them. We've used it on the all-round band. The usual stuff. Oval conduit, dropping straight down into the pattresses, but no grommets because I like that. And let's get on with it. Right, a few things we're going to use. Put the back box on. A lot of people did say to me in the previous videos as well, when I'm drawing around boxes, do it that way, much easier. I don't know why I've never thought about that, but good tip, we'll be using it from now on. I'm going to put this up to here, get my head, massive head out the way of the laser. Marksman, straight on, easy peasy. As well with all the stuff, the things that we use, I've set up an Amazon store and I will link it up below of all the stuff that we use and all the stuff that we rate. There'll be nothing on there that I don't like or think's rubbish. I'll put the link below, go check it out. All the little tips and tricks, marksman's, all-round band, the cable puller, all that cool little bits and bobs. I'll put it on in there if you can check the prices out and I'll put it below. But right, so that's that. Hang on, keep recording, Ad. We got new 5mm bit in the drill. Right, normally I would always use a 5.5 bit. I've always have done, Adam always has done. But with these wall bite screws, the Optimax ones, you only need a 5mm bit in the wall, it'll screw straight in. So what we're going to do, we're just going to do conduit straight in and straight out. We'll just do it in the same feed. Should we just do it in the same hole, or do you want to do separate holes? We'll get 2 down the same one.
2 down the same one. I do far right, so it sticks up against that beam. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't.
No.
I know you say this to the guys. Adam said, do it here, but we know they're going to stick screws in here.
Oh yeah, true.
With our cables, so if we can try and bring it away. So if I do it far left side, that's my only concern with it, is they slip. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, put screw in an angle.
So the way I've always been taught as well, you always put it in the left hand bit, the cross horizontal bit first, and that allows you then to just get your height and your wiggle room. So that's that. Sorry mate, you alright?
Yeah, not too bad.
Sounds like both in. You always put the first one in the horizontal, you're right inside, then you get your level in bit. The customer's just up behind me and we put it in the wrong place, so we're just going to shift it here where we put the X's originally. I'd marked it out wrong. Nah, I didn't. Adam's being a good little boy. Boy? Adam's being a good boy. We've got these two on, all round band up. We've got the Optimax screws up here, so it's quite nice because they're round edges ones for the conduit. We're going to bring the conduit straight into the boxes, which is here. I have to go and have loads of fun with Celotex in a little bit. I didn't realise they were going to Celotex the sealant first, but that's life. We'll be running our cables from the board across, up in our zones in the corner, coming out a little bit away from the edge, drilling it through. So we're going to take a slither all the way out from our Celotex because it is. We're going to be putting masks on it a little bit just to let you know, which are there. You see how thick it is? That's a thick boy. So there's not much wiggle room whatsoever. So we will take it a channel out really, all the way through for our cables and then bigger holes for our spotlights. So just stay tuned for a little bit because it's going to be a bit of faff in it, mate. Socket over here, Adam's doing just that's zoning wise. So we're going to take a notch out of these battens coming across, and we'll do 150 within the corner, and then there's one more socket down here. So there's only 4 going over here, and there's one low level below the fuse board there. We have gone in there. What I've done, because I've cut these battens, I didn't want to lose the strength on them, so we've put another screw in either top. So they're nice and strong, and they're nice and strong. Coming across in the corner, Adam's just doing the light switch. The fuse board's going to go here. Because of the room and the angle, when the fuse board goes on here, we'll bring the feed straight to the switch, and from the switch we'll just go straight through up to the light fins. But then I've just looked at this, so one of these Celotexes is pushed up. When you push it up to the ceiling, I haven't done this, it was already done, we have loads of room here to drill through, not far off the centre of the joists. It's all going to be RC protected anyway, so you know, even if the cables are run lower down, it's got protection. Obviously they just have to worry about the plasterer screwing through our cables. But what I'm getting at is, we've just had this discussion and we're not sure whether or not you need an air gap. We've heard before that, well, Adam said it and I agree with him, that we've heard with regulations you need to have an air gap above the Celotex, hence why the Celotex is pushed low level. Otherwise you would have thought they'd have just pushed it all up. But let me know in the comments, because I haven't really got anyone I can ring to ask for this other than someone to do building control, or it's cold in here. Who else would you ring? Structural engineer? Builders? Just a builder in general? Anyway, let me know the thoughts below, but we just have to do it the hard way. We're going to set the laser up, draw a big line all the way across it, and then we're just going to get this bad boy, the old classic Magnuson B&Q special. No, you can use this because you've never. But no, we could use that. It just doesn't go deep enough.
That's how I used the saw.
Oh, the hand saw.
Just do it all in one.
Yeah, that's true. Also, first time using the table from ITS. Delicious. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
Delicious, Adam. What do you think, Adam?
It's delicious.
Thank you, Adam. I'm saying.
Sorry, I should dream about having some straws for me in a minute.
We'll have some straw. I was tempted to order some Mackies, you know, here. Just eat. Just a little cheeky wrap or something. You know what I'm saying?
Around the corner, though, innit?
No, what? In Stafford, there's like 16 McDonald's, so everywhere you go, there's a McDonald's around the corner. I'll treat you. Buy some lunch. Fact. Right. They're on. Just that last one.
Probably still breakfast. What time is it?
It's 12 o'clock. Past 12 o'clock.
Is it?
Yeah. I know you haven't done a lot today, mate. Your time's going slow.
Yeah.
Don't swear, please. Set the laser up. We measure the same distance out from the wall to each side. We're going to get a piece of wood up, sharpie it. Let's leave it on the floor, mate. Sharpie it to get our lever. We'll just use the same thickness as this batten here. We'll cut that out, and that will be our sort of cable routes from one side of the room to the other. Then we will notch out where we need for the cable drops coming down, and then obviously turning around, bringing it behind me, doing all the way back down here and across, and then we will have to just tackle what we do with the downlights afterwards. So that's the sort of process behind it. So we'll mark it up, and then when we start cutting it, we will put masks on.
me getting all this disgusting rabbit food off.
Good for it. It's a healthy section.
I don't like anything green. Quite healthy.
McDonald's wouldn't deliver here, so I just asked the customer, and I just bought him a KFC as well. I do, hey, Nick. I said, don't worry about it, I'll get it. He goes, you just could put it on the bill, aren't you? I was like,
Maybe.
Yeah, so this is the plan with up here, is I'm making a slot, pushing that back up, so we've still got some form of insulation, but then it's going to allow me to drill holes and run cables. Anyone out there that does this a lot, please let me know if there's another way to do this. The amount of Celotex in the ceiling, not a lot of room for access of cables whatsoever. I'm thinking this is not far off one of the best methods, but please let me know, because yeah. Oh, you're so noisy. Okay, here's our trough, all the way through, holes drilled down. What we're going to do, we've checked above the Celotex, so you've got about 6 centimetres. So where the downlights are going to go, just hear me out. I'm going to cut a hole in the ceiling, which we're going to have to allow the downlight to breathe, especially even though they're LED. We're going to cut them out, and so let's say there's one going here. Okay, we'll bring the cables, all our socket cables and our light feed down. So as it goes from downlight to downlight, it's just going to come back to this trough and go across. So what we'll do when we bring it up, let's say our downlight is going to be here. We will cut this out. We'll bring the cable up. We'll bring it above the Celotex. We'll drop this down, clip it in the top bit of the beam, and it will drop down here. All I'm doing is I want to make sure, you can't tell here, the roof is already on and it's already been nailed and clipped. But I don't know at some point if someone's ever going to put some more nails in it. I don't want to be putting any nails across the side of this as best as possible, that high up in case someone brings one down. So we're going to just loop it in and out that way. It'll make more sense in a minute when we start bringing some cables in. Also, I forgot to mention, we've had a discussion, and all the socket cable, fuse board's going to go here, first point, back up, and we're going to use the runs of the zoning of 150mm in the corner, so we're going to run it and clip it across here. Luckily, the beam end perfectly. We'll bring it down, bring it back up, bring it down, bring it back up. It's all being battened across, hence here, down, come back up, across and down. I just say it's us putting any socket cable up the ceiling, and we can just have it for our lighting circuit. So we're going to get that in now. There's not much interest in, we'll just show you afterwards, and then we'll run lighting and sort of explain that as and when we do it.
Yeah, out of bed about 1 minute before.
You better get up early tomorrow. So these are our downlights. Delicious, great way of planning it out. Show the customer in. We do 8 spots. We're going to do them quite close to the wall if there's little chairs and seats and whatnot here. So
little chairs and seats.
Well, yeah, when people get chairs slash seats. Sockets are in, blah 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 blah. So we're going to mark these out properly. What I'm going to do in the Celotex, we're doing it 65 out. Obviously, we're still getting it dabbed out, not dabbed out. It's still going to get boarded. So when we take our measurements, like I said in the previous video when we were at the big job, making sure that we're taking measurements from the stud work as well as that far wall, the brickwork, because that's equally getting studded out. They just haven't done it yet. It's always Adam's standing on. So we'll mark it out from the brick. We know it's being studded out by 25mm plus the insulated board, which is
47.
No. It's not like sandbatch. It's like 12mm board with a thin layer of foam on it as much. So it's not massive. But
No,
we can get measurements.
Thick, isn't it?
No, there's different variations.
Is it the pink
types.
one? Pink
No, that's soundproof. I think they're fireproof boards or soundproof boards. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. So we're going to mark a few of these out, cut some holes in the ceiling, and then we're going to run them cables, and I'll show you what I mean by linking it over and whatnot. And Adam's going to have loads of fun because he's just stuck all these back up. Now he's going to pull them back down again. Right. Oh, no, we can't show off the new toolbar yet. We're not allowed. Right, lights in. So this is what I mean. So we've done a 4-inch hole that will allow us to put the light up. There's not much I can do with allowing insulation above it. What else are we meant to do? If there's Celotex on the ceiling, please let me know. Any way around this, because realistically I can't think of any. We took the middle one out. We clipped the cable across high level so it won't be touching the Celotex. We dropped it down, and then it's literally come from, if I move over here, the back left one, which is now the back right. So the one over here is the last one on the circuit. That feeds to there. The back left one comes across, feeds this one then goes back to that one. This one will then come back up and go to this one. This is where I'm at the moment. So what I've been doing to get through the Celotex here, we're doing some 20mm holes in the Celotex, which you can't quite see yet. But what I've been doing, just so the cable's not touching the Celotex, I've been putting a bit of variable conduit up there, feeding the cable through that, just to protect it against the Celotex. And as well, there's only 8 lights, they're all in LED in here, but we've run it in 1.5mm. So what you can see here, there's the oval conduit that's poking it through. We've got a bit of cable touching the Celotex, which I can't really get around, if I'm being completely honest, and you guys would know the same if you were doing this. But the reason, we're using 1.5mm twin and earth. Normally we use 1mm for everything. There's only 8 lights going in here, but the sort of theory behind it all is 1.5mm can take a greater current than 1mm. Even though you both put it on a 6 amp circuit, it's increased in size by 0.5mm of a conductor. The bigger the conductor, the less resistance there is for the current to travel down the cable. And when it heats up, it reaches up. So when the current runs down it and it's already hot, because cables get hot anyway when you run a current down them, but the bigger the conductor, the less heat it will produce because the resistance is lower. But with this here, with the cable in a Celotex roof or an insulated roof, your current carrying capacity drops. And the reason for this is the heat of the cable is heating up, and then you use the cable as well for running the current down it, which then heats up as well. It's reaching its maximum limit that it can actually take before the cable starts to deteriorate. Hence why we're putting 1.5mm in. We're raising up the conductor size, which is decreasing the resistance, which is decreasing the heat, if that makes sense. I think I've got that right. It makes sense to me. Yeah, so that's the reason we use 1.5mm. And we're just trying to keep it off the Celotex as best as possible, because if you were to run this directly through the Celotex, the amount of heat it would generate, it would be right near its limit of current carrying capacity through heat and damage of cable. So that's the reason we're doing it that. So I'm nearly done. I've got it to that light. I've got one more light. I'm just going to drop it round, and then the fuse board's going on here. But I can't do a lot because the builder for some reason decided to run solid piping like that for our armoured cable to run in. So that's going to be a joyous job. That's job done here. What I'm going to do is take these together, poke them up, make sure we tell the plasterer, don't pull them down. Don't pull them down, please, because you'll ruin it for all of us. A few things to mention. Going off the previous video, the electrical disaster videos that I want to start doing. If you've got any pictures or videos of some horrific stuff you've seen on site, make sure you drop it to the email address at the bottom of the screen here, and also it'll be the link description. I've set up a new email address for these videos purposely, so no point sending other stuff through it. Just do like no work stuff, just these sort of pictures and videos. Let me know your name, your Instagram tag or your YouTube tag. I'll make sure that's on there as well. And if you can quote some form of regulation from the book, or some writing of what situation you found, what was going on, that sort of thing, we'll make sure to put that in the video. I'm going to get some of those videos coming out over Christmas for you guys. So if I'm not at work, we can still have a few videos coming out. But yeah, I'm happy with this all. We'll do a second fix at some point in here. It was fairly easy, it's just the Celotex. No one likes Celotex. But if you guys, if there is any other way that you could have done what we've done today, with the channel in, with the oval conduit poking through to keep the cable away from the Celotex, or even for the downlights, please let me know. We're going to be using some JCC V50s because they're like quite shallow. Other than that, not a lot to add. Adam's getting stuff from the van, so I'll say bye for him. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already, drop a like. And remember, 2,000 likes on the video, and let me know your ideas below for we could buy something that we could review and show it off to you guys. And the most likes on each comment will get it. We'll get a win, get a buy from me. So just something not too expensive. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.